And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Second down following the run. Again, it's Bell. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive. Side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Dancing to his left. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. A big play for the Saints on 3rd down. 58 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Here we go.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Here we go.
They'll go again with Bell. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8. 3rd down now following the run. In motion, Hill. On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that one. Their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal.
And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope that good things are in store here today.
Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends are creating so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Over. Gun.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it 1st and goal. And here we go on 1st and goal. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Here we go now. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
I don't know if there's any other way to put it, but that play was blown up right from the snap. How about the guys on the defensive side of the ball? It's almost like they were in the offensive huddle.
Yeah, it's one thing to stand him up from that 1 yard line. Pushing him back to the 5, though. Wow.
Yeah, I like what you just said there. Not just stand them up, but they end up making a play on the other side of the line of scrimmage.
From the 4, it's 2nd and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
Meanwhile, down in Dallas, an update from there. And an early advantage in that one for the Giants. Cam Newton, over 100 yards passing already. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. on second down, it's Bell. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with third down and just a yard to go.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? After the penalty, it's Bell. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Gun now on 3rd down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take breaks when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards. First down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Late in the season now, MVP chatter starts, and he might be on the fringe. This is always an award that goes quarterback, running back, usually quarterback. A lot of bias. Does he deserve consideration?
He more than deserves consideration because the way the game is played in the NFL now, it's a pass-first league, right? So that means that people are going to adjust their defenses for him each and every week, and he's still putting up big-time numbers. I know the quarterbacks, the running backs get it, but he should be firmly in the race for MVP.
To throw now on first down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Looking to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 6. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. They run a draw here on second down. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. Ties LT with his 31st touchdown of the year. And his guys are able to strike for 6. Lutz now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. They'll give this to Bell running right. A beautiful fake. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Around the NFL, second quarter in Atlanta, and the Bucs are out to an early lead. Deshaun Watson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. They'll look to throw here on first down. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Second down here after the incomplete pass. So the D-line's going to spread out. And they'll send the slot in motion left. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. A screen to Bell. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The slot man in motion right. He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Now let's go. Boom, that's in that body. Detroit, Detroit. Set, boom.
slot man moves right. They're going to try and throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. 20 yards on the pickup there. And the Saints are going to get a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll run it now out of the gun. Space to run past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Le'Veon Bell. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball, too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It's always a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well. 12
yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Reuben Foster in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Ross. 23 yards on the play. Would be a long field goal try from here as they try to hustle to the line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. They'll drop to throw. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He hit his first, this one from 38. And Lutz puts this one through. So we come upon happy holidays, Larry. Your gift, take the halftime show off, partner. We've got some football to get to. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Here we go now.
They'll look to throw here. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Tech McKinley in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. He'll drop to throw. And this is incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Let's go.
And the wideout in motion. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go. 3-19.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He gets it to Cooks. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Here we go. What's in there? Barney. Leopard.
The slot man in motion right. Now back to throw. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3.
No. Check. Patriot. 3-19. No. Check. Patriot.
Back to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
Here we go. Let's go. Let's go. Lucky 56. No. Check.
They'll set up a throw. And that is going to be incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Panthers will get the football back. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, trying to atone for it here on this drive.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is Can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or a man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Back to throw here. This is caught. It's Cooks. 13 yards that time at a first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So 2nd and 10 here. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They'll look to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Aaron Donald in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year.
Here we go now. All right, now look at 56. Look at 56.
And he motions the wide receiver. He'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, I'll tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing that's really difficult for an offense is often identifying how to block a 3-4 defense. Well, when they're coming on a blitz, even more difficult. They're elusive targets and hard to hit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
They're going to look to throw. And going deep for Hill. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
In motion, Hill. Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35.
No. Me.
Second down following the run.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line.
In motion left is Watkins. A give to Bell. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. The Saints on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Hurry up, here we go. Detroit!
In motion left is Watkins. Out of the gun now on third down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got some space here. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
The good old toss play. And this time they go to the left side, so give a lot of credit to the offensive line. Center, guard, tackle, able to seal that side. But the guy that we don't give enough credit to, wide receivers. They have to do a great job of blocking downfield. Otherwise, that play can be spilled in the backfield. In this case, everyone handled their responsibilities, and they picked up really nice yardage.
And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the second time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
Lutz now to kick this one away. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Slot man moves right. Back to throw now on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Trying to go back to Watkins. That'll bring up second down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Looking to throw. And this is caught. That's Watkins. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throw left side complete. It's man. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
No. Check. Patriot. Green. Back there. Philly. Here we go.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. He'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Set. Detroit. Over.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Panthers will get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here. 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Gun. They'll look to throw. And this one's incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. He'll set up to throw. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, good move. And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Brandon Cooks scoring a touchdown against his former mates. And the Panthers add on to their lead. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
Here we go now. 3-19. No. Check. Patriot.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll drop to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Saints on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10.
No. Check. Patriot. 3-19. 3-19. Leopard.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he comes back with one complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for a strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
Here we go now.
And they'll run it here. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defense showing blitz. 2nd and goal now from the 8. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get it behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. And this offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll look to throw here. A bullet throw, but incomplete. I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. He'll drop to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Escaping the pressure right, and he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Saints on 3rd down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Now a desperation throw deep. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take